What sacred rituals do queer people redefine? Imagine a world where traditions are not just followed but reshaped to reflect who you truly are. Queer people are doing just that by changing sacred rituals to fit their identities and beliefs. They are turning what was once exclusive into spaces of inclusion and affirmation. For example, many now see public gatherings like pride parades and silent vigils as sacred acts. These events become collective ceremonies that celebrate resilience, mourning loss, and inspiring hope. They create a sense of community that feels spiritual, even if it's outside traditional religious settings. Some LGBTQ+ individuals also find spiritual meaning within established religions that are more accepting. In traditions like Santeria, Candomblé, and certain pagan paths, deities with fluid or dual genders are honored. These stories and rituals offer a way for queer people to see their identities reflected in spiritual practices. They can participate in ceremonies that acknowledge gender diversity and celebrate the sacredness of gender expression. This helps many feel more connected to their faith while affirming who they are. The body and gender expression are also seen as sacred in queer spirituality. Many pagan and witchcraft traditions include rituals that honor gender fluidity and transgender experiences. These ceremonies often involve affirming rites that celebrate the body and sexuality as divine. For example, transgender inclusive rituals might mark gender transitions or honor gender variance as sacred. These acts challenge mainstream religious views that often marginalize or dismiss gender diversity, making space for authentic self-expression. Queer communities have also redefined marriage and commitment rituals. They create their own ceremonies for same-sex and non-binary partnerships, often outside traditional religious institutions. Some independent churches and spiritual groups perform same-sex wedding ceremonies that are inclusive and affirming. These rituals symbolize love and commitment while honoring personal and spiritual identities. Resisting exclusion in sacred spaces is another powerful act. Queer people often enter and claim spaces traditionally dominated by heterosexual and cisgender authority figures. This act of occupying and transforming these spaces becomes a ritual of resistance and affirmation. It challenges who is allowed to hold spiritual power and encourages a broader understanding of sacredness. All these redefined rituals support spiritual wellness by helping queer individuals find peace and belonging in their faith journeys. They offer healing from past religious trauma, foster community bonds, and allow authentic expression of identity. These acts of spiritual creation blend old traditions with new meanings, making space for everyone to find their own sacred connection.